I lead the architecture group for IT at Levi's. Levi's as a brand has been around for 160 plus years. Part of my role is, as the business is growing, how do we adapt and how do we bring the platforms we need into our business and into our platform to support the growth of where we're trying to get to. So it's a really exciting time. I think we're looking at all the latest kind of technologies, all the latest new capabilities that we can bring to bear to support that. I think we're a product company. We're not a tech company. But for us, I think it's a really interesting time, just as we kind of go through that whole digital transformation piece, primarily to understand, we've got a lot of kind of legacy back-end systems, we've got a kind of big ERP systems, and now we have this kind of growing and accelerating digital presence, and we're trying to bring those two worlds together. So for us, it's how do we bring them together? How do we kind of make that integration seamless to the consumer? So we're talking to them in kind of in one voice. Sure. So our first project was around again bringing those two worlds together. So we had our in-store inventory systems, and we had our online Levi.com and Dockers.com. And what a lot of people want to do is before they go into a store, they want to check to see whether a product's available. So we launched an initiative last year called Find In Store. So if you go to Levi.com or either on web or on mobile, before you go into the store, you can actually check to see whether the product's available. That was our first foot. We're now kind of looking at how do we take that forward into being able to reserve in store, pick up in line. I think again the consumers just expecting that kind of experience these days. So for us, it's something that we have to do. It's not something that isn't nice to have anymore. So we use Apogee as that kind of layer between our two worlds, our digital world, our e-commerce platform, and our back-end store system. So Apogee kind of acts as that bridge between the two. It allows us to kind of serve in real time what that experience is online, as well as kind of protecting our back-end systems without kind of hitting them directly. So for us, it's kind of the bridge, it's that piece between the middle. The great thing for me is I never hear anything, which is always a good sign. It went in, was a very rapid project. We've had some great throughput, and now the teams are wanting to do more with it. So that was my kind of measure of success. I knew the performance would be fine. I knew we wouldn't have any kind of major issues as far as kind of development. We built our API interfaces really quick. But the fact that now we want to use it as our platform for integrating into other regions or even into other parts of our business it's a good sign. As a brand, we're known for innovation. So for us, it's how do we kind of evolve? How do we kind of innovate in certain areas? How do we adapt and bring that experience together, again, from a consumer lens, as well as internally, how do we adapt to the change? So our business is moving faster and faster. We have more and more demand. So as an IT group, our challenge is how do we adapt to that kind of speed, while still kind of keeping the core engine of our business running, and still allowing and enabling that speed of change.